And on health matters, clinical pharmacist Dr. Sunday Olatunde, speaking on malaria as a silent giant killing Nigerians, has reiterated that taking mosquitoes out of the equation will prevent malaria, and high burdens of poverty and illiteracy increase vulnerability to malaria transmission and spread. He made this assertion on ACNNTV health program Health Watch.
But if we cannot take care of mosquito effectively, then we can always come down with malaria. However, it's not bad to prevent malaria. And in the rollout of prevention, there are different things to do. Medications can be used to prevent. And the type of medication that does the work of prevention, they are different from the one that does the work of treatment. So treatment is not advisable when you are not sure that you have malaria, but prevention is advisable. When you talk of vulnerabilities, we say vulnerability is enhanced or increased with illiteracy and poverty. And like we discussed, illiteracy, where people don't have sufficient education. We mentioned that insufficient education will put the person at a disadvantage of understanding the phenomenon of malaria. So where you have high burden of poverty and high burden of illiteracy, vulnerability to malaria transmission and spread is increased. So when you say anti-malaria, we are talking of medications that have capacity to stop the multiplication or the ravaging effect of malaria on the body of a patient, whether in form of a prevention or in form of a treatment. Whenever you are given a medicine, a certain information must go with that medicine. What makes that medicine to be a therapeutic, that's an agent that can cure or heal a person, is the information that goes with it. Where that information is violated, you can see the other side of that medicine. When you overuse medicine, you can also provoke resistance.
Speaking further, Dr. Olatunde highlighted possible ways to prevent malaria while encouraging proper education, enlightenment, and advocacy.
Prevalence of substandard and fake medicine is also another thing that is quite worrisome in our society. In order to prevent malaria, there are some things we can do. Take mosquito out of the equation. When you take mosquito out of the equation, you will prevent malaria. Clear the bush. Mosquito will have no breeding space for you. Clear all the refuse, including broken bottles, tins of milk, and the rest of that can collect water. Sleeping under insecticide-treated mosquito nets, very important for pregnant women, children under 5, and for everybody who will like prevent malaria. When we have opportunity to travel out of our normal house, where we may go to a place where we are vulnerable, we may need to use a mosquito repellent cream to rub on our exposed part of the body in order not to have a mosquito bite. Taking adequate sleep, taking adequate rest, and eating, naturals such as fruit and vegetable will help to heighten our immunity, and that can increase our resistance against malaria spread and invasion. Prevention of every disease condition starts from enlightenment and advocacy. Course of practice as a pharmacist. When people are properly briefed, properly enlightened about a condition, especially in communicable and non-communicable diseases, they are able to take care of the situation on their own. Community engagement and advocacy has a great role to play. In fact, 50% of effort should be channeled towards education. That can be done through community engagement. Community engagement can be done through engaging the traditional rulers to reach out to the communities and religious leaders to reach out to the group that they superintend. So if you can do community engagement and advocacy, 50% of malaria cases will have been rolled back. So I would say, first and foremost, take advantage of the available enlightenment programs and education. Let's prioritize our health over and above material acquisition. If that is well seated in our mind, we will take the right step. To prevent malaria is not difficult, it's not too expensive if we put it at the top of our agenda and priorities.